3 videos now of you trying to do my fucking accent that are floating around the internet, and they get progressively worse.
That's because you're living in it's too long and your accent starts to sound like one of these fucking casino-edic meth necks, you motherfucker. Listen, you tell us who's got the better flex accent, me, Flex Lewis, or Flex Lewis. Which one's which? Maybe I've got me a shave, no more in there.
Now, so yeah, I can do a lot more, thankfully. So
What was the
full PCL tear, partial ACL, 3 partial MCLs, and a fractured femur.
How did you do that? Sporting
Jiu-jitsu.
It was jiu-jitsu. It was a guy went for an outside trip, and he's like 265, but he missed my ankle. I came into my knee, went like this, and then both of our body weights came down like that at the same time. Yeah. So about 10 weeks out removed from that, but it's good. Everything's a lot better now.
Were you deadlifting heavy? You were deadlifting heavy the other day.
You were squatting.
Yeah, I'm squatting again. Yeah, no, I didn't have anything done to it. Just kind of like did a lot of my rehab stuff that I've done prior, and yeah.
And it was a tear.
Yeah. So thankfully we're getting there. But
see, training through injuries and repairing yourself through training. I don't know what I'm getting with this, but I was waiting for your words of wisdom. But you have nothing.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
You get injured in fucking Wales. You're left on the battlefield to fucking die.
Use a fucking knife. It's a razor blade.
Use your old fucking home surgery.
Cut it off.
Fucking gallon of whiskey and then get in there. You'll figure it out.
I would love to hear your guys' best Asian accent, because then that's when I can start relating to you.
Oh my god, no, you're this is where I get fucking cancelled from fucking YouTube.
I have an Asian wife.
Oh, you have a get out of jail.
Really allows me that I have a ton of Asian accents. I have Asian accents specified by sub-ethnicity. Mike, Jared, PhD, IFBB Pro, and then it's Jimmy Bird. No. Bicycle, no. Human, no. Car, no. Bus, bigger. House. I knew it was a common object that you would see in the neighborhood, but large. And in fact, Jimmy is really large. It's really intimidating to stand next to him for a few reasons. I'll tell you why. First of all, how many years, man? You had a childhood accident, fell off a bike in a really weird way.
Yeah, radiation.
Yeah, excellent. Fell off a bike into a pool of radiation.
Yeah.
But as he floated through the pool of radiation, he got a ton of training in jiu-jitsu and was awarded various belt ranks. He is actually a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, the real deal. He is 205 pounds currently, or roughly thereabouts. And the most, I won't swear yet, messed up thing, YouTube algorithm, the most messed up thing about this is that, to my incredible ego pain, this gentleman is drug-free. As are all 3 of us, obviously.
My best at 200 is 740.
740-pound deadlifter,
Black belt
jiu-jitsu black belt.
Yikes.
And so usually what I do in my head is I'm like, I have to be better than everyone I meet. Clearly, like alpha male shit. So I give myself all sorts of excuses like, well, hold up, but he's running more gear than me, right? So he's a drug addict, he's gonna die soon. None of that, just bullshit. Before I go to the bathroom, cathartically cry and masturbate to make everything feel okay. Price to make, it's a thing, you guys know about it. A lot of you do it, I know you do. Before we do that, we're going to hook Jimmy up with an unbelievable back workout because his back is big. RP style, we'll be doing pull-ups, we'll be doing pull-downs. Hey, shit we're not going to be doing. We're going to do every single exercise in the gym. Tune in, this workout video will be 4 hours long. Hit it. Folks, Jimmy is going to be doing pull-ups of various heights. The first thing he's going to be doing is pull-ups that touch right to the chest. It's going to require more back arch. Each rep counts when his chest touches the bar. When he's no longer able to do that, the onus switches to getting the pull-ups to go right around mid-neck. A clear chin way over the bar. When he's no longer able to do those in the same set, it's a mechanical drop set, he's going to just barely get his chin to touch the bar by reaching. Pull-ups, pull-ups, pull-ups. The depth expands. The good thing is that big, super crazy bottom stretch that does much of the growing is in place every single time anyway. The height to where you pull changes. It's just about honesty to when to transition to the next style of pull-ups. If you're really good at pull-ups, we looked around for a dip belt, we didn't find one. So if you're really fucking strong like him, you do progressively easier pull-ups as the more difficult ones become available.
I'm half Filipino and half of you guys.
You're half white, half Filipino. Did you know 2 important facts? Fact 1 is my wife is a Filipino.
I noticed that when she came in.
Fact 2, we had a kid in the future, and he came back to the past as a baby. You did really well for yourself.
Thank you. This is my
You
dad.
got daddy's arms, you got mom's good looks. It doesn't work any better.
No, you didn't pass on the calves though. What's up with that?
Fuck, we both have big calves. My wife and I. What the fuck are you doing? You better train them calves. What a fucking disappointment. Why ain't no doctor yet?
His stepbrother got it. I know, seriously.
Yeah. Oh. You guys are brothers now. This is great. This is a family reunion.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna side by side with me and Jared.
Don't do that to yourself.
Christ, dude.
All right.
That's
So
fine.
the pull-ups?
All right, let's do it.
All right. Lower chest to the bar. Oh, beautiful. Perfect. One more. You got this all day, Jimmy. Great. Oh, that's it? All right, now to the next. Chin clearly over the bar. Easy. One. Slowly eccentric. Slow. Yes. Beautiful. One more. Great. Now just touch your chin to the bar.
Control is eccentric. Quick time.
3 more.
Control moving out. Come on.
Slow. Yes. Slow makes it harder. We're here for harder, Jimmy. Ooh, that's it. Rack. That's good. Dude. Good stuff. Those are tough, huh?
Yeah, that was super tough. I've never done that before. That's awesome.
Excellent. Pull-ups are one of those things where if you think you're too good at pull-ups and you need to use weight, try some pull-ups to the chest.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, oh, I can do like 4 of these. And then all of a sudden, what you just did like 10 pull-ups, and that was hard. It was set
Yeah.
to failure.
Yeah.
Just like, because with your upper body strength, shit, if you were doing bro pull-ups, you could be like, yeah, I do 50 chins every day. P.S. on a side note, I love when guys make claims for how many pull-ups they can do, and you're just like, you've been around fitness long enough, you're like, I know you're lying, but I don't know if you're lying on purpose and you know you're lying, or if you just don't know what a proper pull-up is and that's why you're lying. Because I've seen guys be like, I do 40 pull-ups, and I'm like, oh, and we go to the gym and they're like, and I'm like, is that all a warm-up for pull-ups? What's going on there? Are you hurt beyond like this hurts and that hurts?
Honestly, that used to be me like a year ago. But yeah, no, I agree.
So how many pull-ups you do, Clayton?
Take it from me, like 35 at 240, like this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, I had a question from your guys' technical perspective. Somebody comments on like lack of back engagement with the protraction at the bottom, and then with the not excessive, but the extra range of motion at the top.
Yeah.
What would you say to describe how that's more beneficial for back development?
Yes, Jared, would you like a shot at this one, or should I take it? Jared has all sorts of feelings.
I'm a little more angry about stuff like this than like this.
Nice, Jared. So, thoughts on that? When you go all the way down and stretch, you are stretching your lats under load, which is hugely hypertrophic. It causes tons of muscle growth. So that one's easy to solve. The idea that you have to maintain constant tension on your back is an idea that is like what I would call like a notion. People say it, but then you ask them why, they actually can't answer you. So why is constant tension better than intermittent tension? Why don't you do just one set in the gym that is a drop set for 50 minutes and then leave? Why do you even take breaks between sets? Doesn't it fuck up your back? No. You take breaks between reps and between sets. Each rep is thus more full range of motion and more quality. So it's totally okay if you unload completely between each rep. At the end, you'll get as close to failure as with constant tension. Your muscles will be pushed even harder because you have little rest breaks between the reps. So at the very worst, it's the same effect, and it probably is a slightly better effect. As far as coming up really high, Do your lats disengage when you clear to here? No, because your lats are now pulling this way because the lats are still involved in the first part of a dip, in the first part of a muscle up. So your lats actually pull down, and then your lats turn your humerus this way. That is active function of the lats. So if you get to here, that's still lats, first of all. Second of all, if your lats can't do it, other muscles in your back have to do it. Imagine you have a really well-developed back. Just kidding, you only have well-developed lats. You kind of look kind of fucking weird. Like, I don't want to, it's a great physique, but Chris Evans from Captain America, we kind of had big lats, but he was a bird, thin back motherfucker. I want to look like the Hulk. I want all the muscles in my back to be active, which means I go through a full range of motion, all them shits get it. So if you think about it, you're like, okay, it's less lats if I go all the way up, let's pretend it is. It's more rear delts. You got a problem where your rear delts are too big? Do you have a fucking problem where your rear delts are too big? I don't think so. It's like people saying, man, my traps take over when I do lateral raises. Yeah? You Tom Hardy, your traps choking you to death? Fuck out of here.
So yeah, that's why I asked you, because I saw that video when you're talking about lateral raises and like from the shoulder to the trap, and it's like if you're getting extra trap, well then it's just only a bonus. Because I started doing my lateral raises that way too, and outside of just the mobility benefits, especially like jiu-jitsu wise, it's like it's not like you're gonna get any less shoulder activation from going higher. You might get some traps, but it's like that's a bonus.
Bonus,
yeah.
100%. It's like people who squat only like this because they're like, I want quads only, I don't want glutes. What the fuck is wrong with you? You want to do other exercises for glutes and piss away more of your time at the gym? Full deep squats take care of your quads and your glutes. I want that shit. I want pull-ups that take care of more or less my whole back versus just the lat. And if you want to just do lat focus work, Kaz, I love you, go do that Kaz bullshit where you do this fucking shit. That's great. Great isolation for one lat at a time. But most of us need a whole meat and potatoes, big ass meal of fucking pull-ups and rows, and then a little snack of this shit to get the lats going a little bit. And the number of people that I say, oh, pull-ups are suboptimal for the lats, and we really need to be doing this shit. I look at you and I'm like, motherfucker, where are your lats at, bitch? Where are your lats? You don't have lats, you don't have a back at all. Harry Potter ass looking motherfuckers out there. Anyway, I'm done ranting. More pull-ups?
Yes, sir. I liked Harry Potter at one point.
I'm sorry, Mr. Potter, I didn't mean to offend you. I'm a huge fan of your work.
Not that slow. Athletic pace, but controlled. Better. Yeah. Chin over now. Faster on the way down, not on the way down, just control. Control, beautiful. And back up. Excellent. That was a perfect rep, Jimmy. Good. Good. Chin to bar. One more. Control it. Slow. Slow. Deep stretch. Tension all the way to the bottom. And let go. Oh shit, yeah. What is that, 3? That's good. Yes. That's good.
Yeah,
One more set then, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Us, who's black belt, I'm brown belt.
What is the real benefit of jiu-jitsu? Because you go beat up friends, you're all fucked up. What's the upside, right? There's a guy right now who has 2 more sets left on the cooldown, but we need it.
Jimmy, handle. Get him out. I just seen it, guard. The guy's like,
And then he just goes back to doing pull-downs. You're like, I know. It's like you're supposed to be intimidated. But
You see those like spoof videos where somebody breaks into the house and the guy's like, I've been waiting for this
I know.
my whole life.
I told him. I want to be the first person on World Star to pull deep half in a street fight.
Dude, hell yeah.
It's going to be confusing. Because the guy's like, I'm winning. Wait a minute, I'm not winning anymore.
Tear the groin in half.
Oh, I was like walking with the guy just like, shoot him.
Hey, if they have a gun, they can shoot you from whatever position. Shoot me, baby. I'm bulletproof.
this is going to be like the last thing that's shown at my funeral.
Mike was so great until he got shot. What was that? No. That's for real. Was that Pop Smoke? No offense. The rapper Pop Smoke. Wasn't his last album like Immortal or Invincible, and then he got shot to death?
My other best friend would know. Irving, if you're listening and chime in. But I think so. I think so. Yes.
We want you to just clear your chin to get to this area. That counts as a good rep. And no stopping at the bottom at all.
Okay.
So the
It's like slower stretch, big stretch, and right back.
Okay.
But that is
At the top, you can hold that and stretch for a second.
What would be the difference between like the chest to bar benefits on the pull-up versus like bringing it down a little bit lower on this one, if there is any?
just variation.
Okay.
And the grip is the most important part because it hits slightly different parts of your musculature, but just more volume.
Okay.
Yeah. So, folks, one thing you'll notice is we're going to be reducing Jimmy's working weight a little bit each time, maybe every other time. That's just to keep him in that 15 to 20 rep range. We've already done the 10 to 15 rep range with pull-ups. We want something a little bit higher, more of a metabolite stimulus. His muscles are more tired now, so that real fast twitch, super strong stuff has already gone out the window. Now it's time for more reps.
With that said, should I pull as if I still have the explosive fast twitch?
Okay. Fast concentric, controlled eccentric.
Performing a lot of the pulling movements like you guys do, I assume there's a correlation, but I feel like my shoulder mobility is drastically from it, honestly.
Four-range of motion in general improves mobility. People don't understand that, I guess. So they'll be like, how do I improve my flexibility and mobility? I'm like, are you doing four-range of motion straight like deadlifts?
Right.
And you see them and they're stopping it right here.
Yeah.
I have friends that like I can't get to a back double anymore because they get really, really big. I think Mike or myself have really ever had that problem because we're always in a deep position.
Right.
So I think it just helps. I'm starting to get it a little bit.
Yeah, but I think the combination for me is like I'm just getting older and mobility decreases with age. Also, like there's only so much muscle like you put on a human being, so I physically have shit back there. I can't like touch my own shit.
Yeah, I did notice, like, especially with the back double by the face pulls and stuff like that, external rotation of the dumbbell, like that, like made everything look more defined because everything just contracted more, and then the arms just looked bigger. So, the two bodybuilding shows I've done, I never really considered how mobility can even help just make the physique look better. Yeah.
And a lot of that's just down to practice and posing.
Oh yeah. For people, but he's actually just doing a great job already. When they go from the end of the eccentric into the concentric, they kind of snap back into the concentric face. But he's doing a really good job of controlling. When he gets to his end range of motion here, he's immediately controlling the eccentric the entire way. A lot of people have an issue with that, but he's just natural athlete. Literally natural athlete.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Honestly, watching the channel's been extremely helpful. My powerlifting coach implements a lot of this as is, full range of motion stuff. So, and I try to find my own BJJ twist on a lot of things to like get really specific. But yeah, I know watching your channel and then being that between my coach, like it's been so helpful. It's been great. And honestly, I've seen like huge improvements with adding muscle and everything else, like from overemphasizing full range of motion of every given exercise. So yeah. Yeah.
A lot of powerlifters like that, especially.
Yeah.
They're so concerned with concentric and like producing as much force as possible, they forget about the eccentric entirely. Like training with Bree for a while, the first like mesocycle, the first 4 weeks of us training together was me just like slow the eccentric down. So yeah, that's really cool, man.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Do you find a specific tempo for a given eccentric is ideal, or is it just kind of a general pace you just adapt as you get better?
Mostly a general pace, but if you do want to implement some sort of like controlled eccentric type training, it can definitely be beneficial up to and beyond like 6-second eccentrics. It's like, what are we doing here anymore?
Okay.
But like a real controlled slow eccentric on like a squat or something, it can definitely help you reduce metabolites and use it as an intensity technique. But like I said, if you're doing like 8, 9, 10-second eccentrics, it's like, okay, you can speed it up a little bit. It's not any more benefit for what you're doing.
Basically walk up to the bar like you're going to stiff like a deadlift thing. You hip hinge down, no bending, so your lower back is going to be straight. Tummy out, chest up and out. You're going to feel a lot of tension in the abs. Grab the bar wherever's comfy, my shoulder width. Keep the chest up.
touch your tummy. No upper body movement. Just your arms move. Big stretch at the bottom, gentle touch. Barbell rows. By 4 sets. And we've done pull-ups, we've done pull-downs. The lats are pretty fried. Vertical pulling is great. Now it's 4 sets of barbell rows to get the rest of the back, the mid-back, the erectors, the rhomboids, the teres, the middle traps, lower traps for sure, even upper traps, bent row trains and all. Sets of, we'll see, 10 to 15 reps here, and a lot of technique learning for Jimmy to get done. This is a really trippy way to do bent rows. Most people don't do them like this, but because we are bending over with a lordotic posture, and only the arms are moving, and the scaps are coming forward at the bottom of the big stretch, notice the chest is still up, and then touching with the scaps back. It's an amazing whole back stimulus. No legs, no heating and hoeing, no bullshit. Let's do it. Big arch, butt back, real far, chest up high. And deeper, 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 row. Yes. Chest up. Big stretch. Yes. Yes. Deeper. Good. Really put that stretch on it. Amazing, Jimmy. Keep going. Great. Touch that tummy each time. Good. Big chest. Excellent. Excellent. Strict. Good. One more. Strict. Controlling center. Control. 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 Stretch. And let it down. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Tough, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Feel it back there in that upper back region?
Yeah, a lot of things to think about at once to like.
For sure.
Yeah, that's good.
For sure, for sure.
Do you think my grip should be a little bit wider, maybe?
You can take whatever grip you like.
Okay, because I feel like where you were, it just looked more natural for you than maybe my no. I think I'm trying to milk like a gorilla, so.
That's how I walk too, like that.
Right.
Your grip looked great to me, but if you want like 1 inch wider, that's totally cool.
Okay.
I got a special surgery to make my shit 1 inch wider. Your boy's like a fucking pop.
Record this. No tape.
I got that soda can shit.
Those 600 rows like this. That's what I thought we're doing the rows like 600 now.
The Bradley Martin shits? Nah. Like there is no ego when there's a clearly defined, you don't swing, you touch your tummy, and you touch the ground every time. And then it's like what? It's just like bench pressing. It starts here and ends here. So you just do it with the right sets and reps. And after a while you realize that if you do it right, your back really gets fired up and everything works really well. And if you do it too much of this bullshit, you end up just like getting tired and your back sort of feels like it trained, but maybe not. And then you're like, you know what? I like the higher quality better. So every now and again, Jared and I reduce our bent row weights from their progression, get to a lower weight, and really focus on that strict technique again. Over time, our bent row weights still go up, but they go up with really, really good technique. And that's the key to getting jacked with the safest amount of work and the minimum amount of work, actually.
What I can say right now is that I've never felt this level of activation to my upper back from a barbell row, like ever. I think that chest up to like really forcing everything to tighten up back there was huge.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you. Do you do like any pin lay row? And if you did, would it basically be all the same? Just adding the dead stop at the bottom?
The concentric isn't like this.
Okay,
And we're not, it's a controlled eccentric. So if you want to do a dead stop, you can. But a pendlay row is more of an assistance exercise for the sport of weightlifting. We prefer to do the barbell row this way so that it is just a hypertrophy exercise. Because once you get that thick, meaty back, you got to swat these bitches away. Get off, you bitch, I'm trying to work out. But I want your back's so sexy and big. Shut up. Bitches out here. Jerry, show how we keep these bitches. Fuck out of here. There you go.
It's the exact same thing. Everything you do, it's deadlift, squat, bent row, it's here. Not actually like this time. You're on pegs, right? It's going to be impossible to use force. It's the same thing here.
Okay. How would you describe your connection like with your heel through the ground?
Big toe, little toe, heel. Twist your hips open.
Yeah, that's awesome. I never thought about that.
Set it up like a squat. Just a little wider squeeze.
Okay.
musculature involved in here can make you look super fucking thick and super fucking wide if you fill it out. And one way to hit this is it hits when your scaps are retracted and your elbows are way back here. So what we're gonna have Mr. Jimmy do is he is gonna do rows with just the bar, where he holds the top position to his tummy for 2 seconds in a row. You will feel a deep, searing, burning sensation in your back. That is exactly what we're after. Give this a shot if you guys want at the end of your back workout to really get that shit back there popping. That's science right there. Let's get in here and do some science. Good. Now over to the top. Touch convincingly. Yes. Right into your hip. Into your hip. Yes. Feel that back there? Yep. Excellent. Good. Big chest longer at the top. Hold. Good. Down. Again. Hold. Good. Down. Again. Hold. 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 Down. Keep going. Hold. 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 Down. And one more. Hold. Down. Ever been humbled like that by one bar?
Not at all. No. And I thought it was bad when I tried the curls your way too, but rows, that's even worse.
Dude, that's fucking sweet. Speaking of curls, we're gonna do some Jerry
I
curls.
love those ones I saw in the video.
All right, let's do some curls. Jared, what do you want? Easy bar, cable,
Cable, easy.
cable. There's the attachments right over there already. Because sometimes, I mean, you can be strong here, but when you get here with the body lock, sometimes you lose some leverage. But if you work in those tough positions, you can really crunch, wiggle the pass or whatever, or take the back and suplex. You ever suplex anybody?
Not in the federations that I've done. That's not allowed, unfortunately, but ADCC will have to open one up. Yeah. I was talking to Bart about it this morning, and my breaking point was when I had to have my ex-girlfriend at the time, like, literally put on dress shoes for me, because like with the belt and everything, I couldn't. That and like I went to wrestle at my high school one time, and I woke up the next day like feeling like so crippled with my joints and everything else. And I'm like, this is a problem. I'm only like 20 years old. So then that's when I was like, screw powerlifting. I need to get back in shape. And then now luckily I've found a way to kind of do a little bit of both. But hyper focusing on the one and making excuses as to why I shouldn't be athletic or everything in between was one of the worst mistakes that I made. But it did pay off because I learned a lot from the process. But
Sure.
yeah.
What not to do.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
did a lot of the same thing.
Yeah.
Except I never got that strong.
He's fine.
We're that good at grappling.
He's fine.
My one claim to fame and strength is the shoulder press. I can shoulder press.
Yeah, I've seen that.
500% squat was pretty cool.
That's pretty gnarly. Every other TikToker and their friend is doing 500% down. I ain't shit. I ain't shit. Don't try to compliment me.
But on Instagram, though, that's what matters.
Right, that's right. Vitamin pearl that shit. Slow control. One more before we quit. We got a little rest break after this. Curl, Dad. Curl. Yes. Slow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And relax. Drop. Rest break.
Ooh, my chest was cramping during that whole thing.
Folks, if you want to do something quick after back, get your biceps zapped a little bit. Myo reps are perfect. 5 to 10 seconds rest. About 4 total sets. Time to start. Jimmy, hit it again. At least 5 reps here.
And
Go! Slow.
Down?
Yep. Not take much weight to train your biceps properly. If you're curling 150s and your arms are 1/5 the size of Jimmy's, which they probably are, you got a technique issue. finish those biceps up.
Matt, wipe my eye.
We have AIDS now.
Let's go. Vitamin.
Too much.
The hardest rep.
Sorry for my bitching.
Alright. Those are man noises.
I know. That was great. Thanks, guys.
I was gonna say you have a t-shirt, but I realized you couldn't throw the t-shirt to your face. Jesus.
Whew, that was good. That was awesome. Thank you so
Wanna
much.
hit a few poses for us?
Yeah, let's do it. What's this?
Here, step over. Away from it. Take it.
Jesus. Unreal. God, sorry.
Thank you.
I got AIDS now.
Fucking big ass back. Jesus Christ.
Gentlemen, I appreciate it. Thank you, Jared. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. That was awesome.
Hey, folks, Jimmy's gonna sit down because he worked really hard. What'd you think, man?
That was, I did bodybuilding for a little bit in high school. Obviously, nothing compared to this. The biggest takeaway I had was the implementation of full range of motion, but how that applies per exercise. I think the one that I took away the most was the barbell row, given I used to never do them at home, so I never really thought I was getting anything out of it. But with the form corrections from Mike and Jared, I've never had as much upper back activation as I had today with that barbell variation. So it goes to show that even with the bar for 95 pounds, somebody like me, about 205 pounds, powerlifter, jiu-jitsu, black belt, can be pushed and pushed to an extreme. And those curls are just a whole nother thing. My chest is still super tight. So guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. You did amazing. Thank you. Folks, Jimmy's got his own YouTube. He's got his own Insta. He's